Alright guys, we are back. I think it's Sunday the 11th of March. And we have another game yet on Fighting Spirit. And it's going to be spawning in the bottom right. We have the red Zerg Mysticism. And spawning in the top right, we have the blue Protoss. Hasu Calm, something along those lines. And the map. Fighting Spirit, you have a big main. Your natural's on the low ground, and your third is pretty easy to secure. I haven't been seeing it as much as lately, I should point out. Some people actually end up going all the way up to here, taking their expand, because sometimes they end up trying to deny their third. But if you're able to get it off, it's not that hard to hold off, as you have to hold off this bridge, and then you just have to hold off this ramp, and you're pretty much guaranteed your third. Now, well, both players are doing their regular thing. This is going to be replayed the week number 3 from March 4th to the 11th. I'm a little behind on schedule, and I'll tell you why actually in a minute. But the blue Protoss NsP Juni is going to be averaging 337 APM and it's maxing at 497. It's kind of ridiculous. And the Zerg is going to be averaging 256, not as high, but still, I mean, that's still plenty high enough for any kind of high-level play, and maxing at 342. Now, it's up to you if those stats mean anything to you guys. To me, it doesn't normally, personally. It just kind of means that they might be at a higher, they have a higher probability of being at a higher league, but they could just be spamming all game, for all I know. But we'll have to see. Looks like he's going to be going actually Nexus before Forge or any kind of cannon. Will he? He's actually going Pool, so this could actually do a lot of damage to him if he's not able to hold this off. But Fighting Spirit, again, is a pretty big map, but he will be taking down that expand, so we won't be seeing a huge amount of link coming out right away, at least. So he should be okay, and probe on drone action happening down there. But the probe drone might actually die. No, he will not. He'll just get right out of there. So anyway, a little behind schedule. Not per se of homework, but I've been getting quite a bit of it. And for this next week, I have to read a whole book and take 1,000 notes on it. But beside the point, Mass Effect 3 came out. I've been kind of tearing that game apart. Played through it, and I really enjoyed it. It was a really good game. But it's time to get back to the core game that the core game series, Brood War. I mean StarCraft in general, because I don't only explicitly do Brood War, as you guys probably know from my cast. But we'll be sending a couple links over to this base. But I don't think this is gonna do much as late. I'm not sure. I don't believe that's not tight wall off. He'll even have the probe there, so they can't really do much. And yeah, they will just kind of take the cannon and yeah. Now, one thing to notice here is if you're lower level, I know this can be difficult if you're going to be going this. Sometimes if they get enough lings, they can kind of just come right up here and then just run through the main and hit your main. I mean, like, even this is probably a high level game, and I mean, he only has one zealot, and a couple lings will definitely tear apart that zealot, especially if he's going to not even doing a thing. What he did is he put the probe there, which doesn't allow the lings to run by. So it just delays that even more, and they can't get a surround on it, so the probe actually stays that much longer. If you put those 2 extra probes out here, I'm not sure if you saw them, but they could have been put down there to hold it off. But he will be doing another kind of sneaky expand. I've kind of seen a lot of Zergs do this. I guess it might just be how the evolving metagame is going to be going on, taking this little sneaky third. We'll see if Juni can actually deal with this. Also, I forgot to mention, apparently Clan League has started. I'm not sure if I'm doing coverage on that specifically, but not to share that like it's a bad thing or anything, but they did update it. So I was trying to find what these guys' teams were. I mean, at least NsP Juni, but I couldn't find their team. I tried looking up his name on ICC Cup. One, their server wasn't down, FYI, and ooh, he might lose that zealot. He will lose that zealot. Oof. I don't think he even got a good scout off either. I'm gonna be droning up. But I couldn't find any of these actually. We have another game by MVP coming up. I believe it's the same MVP unless there's 3 MVPs. But he seems to be transferring accounts. And I don't actually know if he's part of the same. It's like Rule Clan. Maybe you guys can tell me what that's about, but I couldn't actually find his account or what Rule stand for. It might be just Rule in general, but this guy NsP, I really don't know what he's what his clan name actually is. So just bear that in mind. And looks like Stargate. So probably gonna be doing some Corsair playing because that's what all the cool kids do. And in other news, yeah. Oh well, except this week, I'll cast all. I'm gonna probably try to cast all 8 games I have to finish casting because I just got the next replays for the 12th to the 17th or 18th, maybe even 19th. I don't know. I'm doing whatever the from what the Monday is to the next Sunday is however long that's gonna be, but we'll see. We'll have all those replays. I think I'm going to do 1 replay per day. I'll have them all rendered, but I will not probably upload them all at once. Number one, because my internet sometimes takes a beating from that, and I will give you guys something to watch every day, not so you just watch them all at once. And it'll give me more time. It'll make it appear that I'm making more content than there actually is. And the other thing I've noticed is, if I do these big batches, some people don't actually know when it all comes up. Where like the last video I've uploaded will get like the most amount of views, which is not a bad thing. If you guys are interested in the last game, that's fine. But if it will just give the other people a chance to view the other ones, because I know like especially with like the people that kind of do like let's play videos, if they have like a weekend to spare and they just hammer out like I don't know 8 hours of the game and they just do a massive uploading spree, and then you come like 12 hours after that's all released, you'll be like, well, I just watched part 12 and now there's part 60 up, and then you have to go back and find part 13, especially if they didn't do it in chronological order, which is really difficult to deal with. A couple scores trying to deal with the Corsair, but will he be able to get a good hit off, or actually that might be just for scouting more or less, but we'll have to see what that does. I haven't really been paying much attention to this game really at all. Zerg will be expanding again, but just kind of Scourge and Ling. I don't know what he's really going to be going for. No early Hive, but it looks like he's going to be getting +1 Carapace for air. And we'll be pushing out with a couple Zealots, but yeah. Nothing too out of the ordinary extreme. I don't think this is going to do much, as you will have 2 second colonies, and that's a pretty good wall off too. The Zealots are going to have the Zealot AI is going to have a little difficulty kind of trying to get a little past that. Yeah. I'm surprised no Dragoon play actually right now, but he will be getting High Templar out. And no Hydra either. He looks like he's just going to... I don't know really what he's actually going. Just Mass Ling, I guess. Could work. But I mean, on the upgraded Charge Lot, I mean, Legs, I don't even know what to call them in this Charge Lots, I guess, because they're like so freaking fast, but yeah. So will he have Storm up right now? I'm not sure if he does yet. And we'll be getting some Robo Facility. Kind of just try to be picking up a couple Lings. We'll be seeing that he doesn't have his 3rd yet. We actually might have tried to take his 3rd. We'll deny that. Has to be careful not to lose his High Templar, though. I think he just did lose one. Oh, he might lose the 2nd one. He has to be careful. Oh, that was probably... Lings are expendable units, being able to snipe off 2 High Templar. And I'm not sure if he really wanted to go Archon. But it looks like he's just primarily going... just straight up. Was that mate? That's range. So it looks like he's just going Mass Ling for right now. He may want to tech switch into something different. He will be getting Hydra speed or Hydra range up right now. So it looks like he's gonna trying to maybe juke out the opponent with a tech switch. Maybe trying to. No, but here come the Hydra. We'll be seeing the timing of this 3rd, and we'll have an Archon. But he is going the right thing. Zealot plus Storm equals nommed everything on the ground. Except for range units. Well, Hydra are range, but it'll nom Hydra, I should say. Yeah, I'm just going to go for like a lot of Lings, it looks like. And it looks like he's just going to be building a backbone army of Hydra behind this. Did you know that Hydra are only 1 supply? It's kind of ridiculous. like, I don't, if I've ever seen a 200 army of just straight up Hydra, no drones, I think that'd be kind of a little overwhelming. Let's be careful not to lose any of those links. We'll have a DT up. Has a lot of Corsair. I don't really know what the point in that is right now. We'll just finally start Storm, which should be in time by the time he pushes out, and constant Hydro production. I'm just trying to check for upgrades from the Protoss to no more upgrades as of right now, which is surprising. I see he really does have the minerals for it right now, but we'll have to see. We'll be seeing these Hydras, and they'll be upgraded. He will have quite a few Corsair, but we'll try to stamp off that Overlord. We'll severely, or well, not severely, but we'll supply block the Zerg, and look at the Zerg will actually might win on top of that engagement. He doesn't want to lose this Archon though. Good positioning on the ramp. If you can just do stuff, we'll have quite a few photon cannons. And ooh, we might lose. Ooh, we just lost 3. Miscollected by a long shot. Trying to do a storm drop, which he probably could. He probably could go back here and try to hit it, but he could get quite a few drone kills with that. But see, as of right now, the Zerg has been pretty much untouched off of 4 base, which can be pretty hard to deal with. I think if he was able to, do a Reaver harass on this side, he wouldn't be in such a bad position. Let's do some kind of harass. Zerg left uncontended for economic is gonna kind of just steamroll you with everything. I've tended to notice. Unless it's like Terran Mech Army, which kind of just seems unstoppable right now, as of every single replay I've seen. But we'll see how it goes down. And finally getting some Dragoons in the mix, or 1 Dragoon. No, finally getting more Dragoon. We'll have to see though. And I believe his main's, no, it's not even like remotely. It was about halfway down in his main. Protoss is a little further down in his main. A Corsair just patrolling for any kind of drop play that's going to be happening. PB pause plea, if you're just wondering what that means. It looks like these are Koreans also, which I did not notice. They were actually, you know what this also might have been on? This is on the official Kespa one, which leads me to believe this might have been played on the Fish server maybe? I don't know entirely, but it could have been. It's why I might not be able to find all these teams, but I really don't know. Maybe they were just playing the Kespa official map just cuz, but that's a lot of photon cannons, my friend. that's a lot of photon cannons. That could have been units. Hey, if this is a low level aim, I don't know. Oh yeah. I don't know why I'm so tired either. We've been getting some lurkers in the mix here. Now I kind of wish. Oh, it looks like we're gonna have a no drop. Okay, dude, you can. I don't know what's with the never-ending cannon wall, but just put some units up there if you need to. I don't know what's with the like 2,000 mineral or like 1,500 minerals at least on just strict on photon cannons for that 4th. I really don't know the point in that, but he could just move his army out over here, which he could be able to secure that just fine. And this is where Protoss army can look pretty devastating. Still not finally getting +2 is about halfway done. Zerg upgrades are +1 at the moment. We'll be getting +1 Carapace and +1 melee. Gonna be finally going to Filer. And will this be a drop coming inbound? No, it will not. If he picks note of that, he could send all these Corsairs and do some damage. But looks like we will have an engagement happening. Looks like a link counterattack picking off reinforcements. Not a bad idea. which will also force off the entire Protoss armor in the back, giving him more time to react. Getting more units out. He's just kind of foddering Lings at this point, just tending to Lang's army even more. Not really doing a whole lot with the Lings. Will he be getting Crackling? He may already have it. And it looks like that's going to be Overlord's drop, maybe. Looks like he might be doing a drop in the main, maybe. And Lings are going to try to come in here. He does lose 2 High Templar. And I'm not sure if they were fresh out of the batch or not. They could have had potentially a lot of energy. And Lings might be able to counterattack over here if not being careful. Worthless Storm going off. Doesn't want to lose either High Templar. He could lose that one. Has 200 energy. Okay, phew. That could have been catch up again. And a lot of Lings are... Yeah, it looks like he's going to be doing a Mega Drop. Oopsie. We'll see. It looks like the cannon wall might not even do that much. Well, actually, it might do a lot, actually. Maybe that's the reason why I spent 2,000 minerals on it. I'll just strict photon cannons. And Zerg supply. It's supply block right now. 200 TOS army. Robo facilities happening, and it looks like this drop will be commencing. Well, the Protoss army is going to be pushing down in the bottom west position. Will he be able to do some damage? Oh. Nice little... And now I stand cool. Nope, it looks like all those cannons will fall and have to push the whole Protoss army back. And we'll lose all the probes too. Oof. That was very cost effective. I'm surprised we were actually able to get away with that. Probably that +1 armor or did a lot for the Overlords. And yeah, his base now is going to be restricted off to 3 base or 2 base because his main's probably going to mined out. Nope, it's still living strong kind of. And another fourth will be coming up, and Zerg will have a freshly new expand over here. And this is going to be hard for in CVPs. It's where the Zerg is going to have a much more mobile army, more or less, especially if he's going to be doing all these drops, which is it's definitely what he needs to do because you can't really engage this army straight up unless you have really good control. Or if the Protoss or if the Protoss has really crappy control. But he's not mining on his natural, so he's really confined to 2 base right now. This could be kind of hard for the Protoss, especially if he's really starving on gas right now. All he can really build is zealots. That is a lot of observers. And looks like he'll be attacking the front door with a couple of Lings and Hydra, but not really going to be doing that much. As he will have +2 and +3 is about halfway done. And space has been pretty much untouched. And again, he's still going to opt to go for that massive cannon wall. And the Ling's going to be like, kind of dead. He will have to watch out though. He may want to put a couple, if he's going to go for that really high cannon, he may just want to... Ooh, this could be bad. Lings are quite good against cannons, but yeah, it looks like this base will also fall. Maybe if it sends another wave of units, but it looks like the Protoss will push back just in time before this expansion is really taken down. But he's just putting down more cannons. I don't agree with that, but that's okay. If he wants to put down 1,000 cannons, that's fine. Ooh, it's really hot in this room. And Lings are coming over here. Another death drop is going to be happening. We'll get a nice storm off, but OBs have tons of HP. And we'll get off another storm. Will it be enough? No, it will not. Oh, might lose one lurker, but all the probes are pretty much dead. Darkstorm does go off. It looks like he'll lose his third also. Exactly what this Zerg needs to do to stay at this game at this point. Taking expands, playing very, what's his name? Mysticism is playing very well this game, I have to say. Indeed. pretty much just making it look like this is a very one-sided game for the Protoss. You can't be at every place at once. It looks like he just constantly Zerg knows where the Protoss army is, and then he kind of just does like another drop somewhere on one of the expands just to force him to be back. And we'll have to have a defensive Reaver over there. Will he be able to break through this? I don't know. That ramp is pretty small, and Dragoons kind of opt to really go. Ooh, we're gonna have another drop. And like I was saying, Protoss army is in the bottom, is towards the center of the map, and he's gonna be doing a drop in the main. Will he have enough to deal with this? Lurkers are pretty pesky to deal with, and he won't really have observers anywhere. He will have Storm, but he's actually going to be going for Archons instead. We'll lose quite a few tech buildings. We'll see that observer should be able to come up, and he should be able to clean that up just fine. So I have to say this game could be like OV drops for the win. Because Protoss doesn't have means to do this. He will have a pretty strong army though. He will have the upgrades advantage most likely. But he might be getting sandwiched in here. This could be pretty hard for him to deal with. Storms going off everywhere. And Ultras are pretty beefy ass units. We'll have to. Ooh. Plague does go off. It doesn't really do much against Archon though, as they kind of like, you know what? I don't have HP to begin with, so it doesn't even matter if I'm plagued. But we'll soften up that army to the point with the shields if they go down. Ooh, this could be pretty bad. Oh, wow. Running into a lurker line is never a good thing. Especially since they do more damage versus armor, or not armor, yes, light units, I believe. And these are Pasonic units. And large, I think. So they should do quite a bit of damage versus the Archon. And looking at the supply, 139 to 195. Looks like definitely the Zerg is in ahead in the supply, and we'll be doing a whole bunch of more Lings over here. But I don't really know if Mass Ling is going to be the answer to this army, as he does have like 1,000 Archon, and that does 39 damage plus splash, which I think by itself is just able to one hit target a Ling anyway. And with splash damage, just kind of ridiculous. Also, we'll be running in here, and we'll be breaking through this line. Will Reavers be able to hold this off? It looks like he will. At least for right now, he will. And kind of just losing. Ooh, this is not good. Running into another lurker line, and there's the GG. Yo, I don't know what GG. I don't know what the YO stands for, but that was a pretty interesting game, nevertheless. So the Fitz tip of the game, yeah, that's what the Fitz tip of the game, the FTG, FTP, what was it? Fitz of the game of. No, Fitz. What did I just say? It was called Fitz tip of the game. So we're gonna call it the FTG. So the FTG of this game would be Protoss. What do I say? Instead of building like a bajillion thousand cannons, be more active with your units, especially when those risky expands are happening. I know for at least for Replay of the Week metagame, it tends to be where Zergs, and especially on Fighting Spirit, will opt to, you know, wherever they are, they'll take a quick third on the other side of the map. Wherever quick third might be, and they might be on the third. But if you're able to do an early push, and you could probably deny that expand pretty easily, which will kind of put the risk for the great risk comes great reward kind of thing. The great risk is gonna kind of backfire on them. High risk, high reward. That's what it is. The high risk, they'll leave them with that, and you should be able to deny that if you get used to that. But if it's if this is the first time happening to you, no big deal. Zerg did very, very well. He knew what to do against the Protoss. I don't say TVP is probably one of his better matchups, as he kind of just knew what to do. His army moved out. He attacked the other side of the map, did major drop. Can't deny and expand. And not so much against the Zerg where, oh, I lost an expand. It's that crucial. When a Protoss is going to really be 3-basing, it's kind of devastating because that's a third of their economy gone. A Zerg, you know, I mean, looking at this, if he lost one of his expands, I mean, yeah, it's bad, but I mean, he's off of 6 base, maybe even 7 if this game went on a little longer. And, you know, the other thing is he took an expand further off to, like, I was saying, that third I was saying at the beginning of the game, a lot of players aren't really going for that as much, and the reason probably why is because it was close spawned, where meaning that that third is actually closer to their opponent, which is kind of bad. Which maybe this map isn't really the best. It's kind of like any 4-player map like this. I was gonna say Metalopolis from StarCraft 2, but I think I've talked for way too long now. But anyway, great game by NsP's Juni and Mysticism. Great game, very well played, good sir. And Fitz is gonna be out of here and out of your hair right now. And hopefully that FTG Fitz tip of the game was helpful to any Protoss players struggling with Zerg, maybe. But that's just one thing to work on, and great game by both players. Have a great day, guys, and I'll be back momentarily with game number 4. Yeah, game number 4 of Replay of the Week. Peace, guys.